So here we have a whole bunch of lip glosses and lip oils. Some of these are as well plumping lip glosses. And I wanted to share kind of, what I think about, the formula of these. These are some of the most recent ones that I've decided to keep. I am going to be tossing some of these out as well. I did have a whole bunch of different ones. Sadly, I couldn't include them anymore because I got rid of them. One of my favorite lip oils at the moment, I'm sure you've seen these everywhere, are these from NYX. So these are the Fat Oil Lip Drips, and they are in the shade Status Update, and that's Chic. So these two right here are my most favorite ones. I know they have several different other shades that a lot of other people prefer more. As far as for my skin tone, I feel like these are the most flattering. As far as formulation goes, I feel like these are in between lip oils and lip gloss. It is a purpley kind of like pinky shade. I will say that it looks a lot more purple on the tube than it actually does on the lips. This one right here is a brown one. This is one of the ones they compare the most to the Fenty brown one. And I feel like this one is a little bit more on the warmer reddish side. You can even see right here, like on the wand, it's a little bit red or warm. There's like some orange tones in there versus the one from Fenty. I don't feel like that one is as warm. So these two, I feel like they're a little bit on the thicker side. The most relatable one that I had that I can compare this to, if you've ever tried it, is the Fenty Cherry Lip Oil. That one I've purchased that one several times because I feel like it's more of a lip treatment, which now that I think about it, I believe it actually is. So that one I use it mainly at night, but there is just something about that formula that's just amazing, and I love it for like an overnight treatment or lip mask. And I would say that these are the most comparable to the Fenty lip oil. Here I have the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss, and I feel like these are the next ones that you've probably heard the most about. This is the shade You're Just Jelly and I'll See You Later. So these two right here, they are labeled gloss, but I'm gonna say these are definitely more like a lip oil. At least to me, these do not feel at all like lip gloss. These feel straight up like lip oil. So this is the shade You're Just Jelly. And I'm gonna swatch this one. These are definitely not at all thick, which is something I really love about these. And they smell so good. These actually smell more like a fruity cereal to me. So these are the two shades that I have. They kind of look similar on camera, but honestly, this one is a lot more berry when a purpley hint. This one has a lot more red in it. So I would say these two right here are labeled glosses, but definitely would call them a lip oil. One thing I will say about these, if you ask me, they're not that great in applying them or layering them over and over, just because I feel like the more you put on, the more you actually start to taste it. And I'm not someone who likes to taste lip gloss. I feel like it's very chemically and it tastes kind of gross to me. So I can only apply this very thin and only once at a time because I start to taste this, and I feel like that is One of the things I hate the most, but I look past it because these are so beautiful. And on top of that, they do actually feel like they're doing something for your lips. So these two right here, I got from In Beauty. These are their lip glaze. I got the shade Candy Cane and Mellow. This one is a reflective kind of lip oil. I will say these are more on the heavy side. They're definitely a little bit more kind of like lip gloss, but not fully there, only because as thick as these are, they are not sticky whatsoever. These are not sticky to the most minimum. So this one is more like a shift color. It has red glitter in it. I don't know if you can see, but this one is very sheer. It's more like glitter, but you can still see it when you apply this. As much as you apply this, it will just become even more obvious that it has the shift in red. It's so beautiful, and it actually smells like candy cane. This one looks very intimidating in the bottle, but I promise you it is not at all. This is actually beautiful. This is a kind of like a grape scented wine kind of shade. So I'm gonna show you this one. They are very, very like hydrating. I'm not sure if it's going to pick it up, but if you can see, yeah, there you go. There's a red shift in there, and it's very noticeable on the lips as well. It's so beautiful, and it smells like peppermint. It's just definitely one of my favorite ones. This one right here, as intimidating as this looks on the actual tube, is nowhere near the color that it actually looks in here. So when you swatch this, it's actually very sheer. It's kind of the same concept as the next one, the purple one. I would compare this to this, but definitely not, of course, not the color. This right here over this, if you ask me, because this is a little bit more gloss-like, more stickier than this one. They are both just as heavy. So these two and the NYX, as well as the Fenty Beauty one, is the most comparable ones as far, for sure. But yeah, these are the shades. It's more of a purpley brownish kind of shade. It's just so beautiful, and it's actually nourishing on the lips. I really love these. These are one of my favorite ones. So after all the good ones, here I have these that I'm pretty sure you're familiar with. These are the Milani Fruit Fetish lip oils. They are in between thick and thin. So one of my biggest no-nos about these two is their smell. I'm not gonna lie. They have a more, exactly the name that you see on here is kind of the smell that they have, and not in a good way, if you ask me. This one right here is not as bad, but this one right here is the first one that I ever bought, and I was completely disappointed. The color is beautiful. Formula is also kind of, you know, good, and I only say kind of because the one thing I hate about this Milani in particular lip oil is that when you apply this, and I have tried these in so many different ways, and comparing them to all the other lip oils that I have, these are just one of the worst in my opinion. When you apply these, as time passes and you know you still have them on your lip, they kind of warm down to more of a slippery kind of oil. I don't even know how to describe it, but over even in a matter of seconds, I start to taste these, and they start to go all in my mouth and in my teeth. And like, this one has no color. I know the tube is a little bit like orange yellow, but this has no color. This one has kind of more of a sheer red tint, and I can see these in my teeth. I can see the color go all over my mouth, and it smudges everywhere after a couple of seconds. I know it's a little bit like wet, it's a lip oil, it should be slippery, but it's slippery in not in a good way. And you have the NYX lip oils, and you know, you wear this and it stays put, it doesn't go anywhere. These don't do that. These go in my teeth, they go out of my lip line. I start to feel them on my chin. They just go everywhere, and the flavor is the most disgusting thing I have ever tried. This one is a cherry lime shade or flavor. And let me tell you, it's exactly that. It tastes exactly like that. And this is supposed to be kind of more like, you know, I guess in between fruity and I don't even know, to be honest with you. But if you ask me, this should be called bitter cherry lime. It's so bad. And when I open the tube right away, you can smell this. And it smells so bad. It smells horrible. And the color is so beautiful. Like, I can go away and, you know, deal with how slippery these are, because if I just put like if I do this right here and I just dab it with my finger, like, it's not a big of a deal. But if you're applying this with this applicator, it just when it starts to warm up, it just starts to go in your mouth. Like, at least for me, I start to taste this no matter how much I apply it. If I apply it with this applicator, it's gonna go inside my mouth. It's the perfect applicator too, so I don't understand what's wrong with the formula. And it smells so bad. It smells like it just went bad. And that's for the red one, you know, like, okay, when I got this and I thought, okay, maybe it's just this particular one, I got this one. And I was so disappointed as well. I don't like it. It smells like hair products, and not in a good way. This is the passion fruit coconut. Honestly, I only smell like coconut. And I smell, honestly, shea butter. And it's not even in here. But it smells terrible. It smells so bad that these two I can't wear because of the smell. They're just terrible. And not even the formula. Like, I would wear these if it wasn't for the smell, to be honest. But look at this. The colors are beautiful. Like, the formula is even hydrating and it's nice, aside from the actual thing going all in my teeth and in my mouth. The colors are just beautiful, but that smell, I can't get these to work for me, not at all. So, huge letdown. And this one right here is an absolute favorite, but I will say this is labeled lip oil. To me, it's just a heavy lip gloss. But the reason that I really love this, and I know that this might look a little strange to you, this is pretty much sold by my esthetician and the place that I go to for my spa treatments. But I believe she has like a website. This is from the Dallas Beauty Nurse. She's on Instagram. You know, they do these, I guess, in her spa. So here's the name as well. I don't know if you can tell. So her actual Instagram name is Dallas Beauty Nurse, but her spa, which is right under her because she's the owner of it, is called Bella Med Spa. And I didn't even know about this at all. I got my lips done, so she gifted me this when we were doing the treatment, and I am so in love with this. I hate thick lip products, but let me tell you, this is so different. And I'm sure if you get in contact with her, you know, through her Instagram and whatnot, she will find a way to like get this in your hands. She is such a sweetheart. And you know, like, I've tried several other products from them too, but it's more like skincare. This one was specifically for the lips because, you know, they do lip filler and stuff like that. So this right here is supposed to be like a water retention lip oil, and I guess that's kind of why it's also very thick. Nothing compares to this. I don't even know how to explain it, but nothing compares to this. And I hate anything that's sticky. I hated lip gloss for a very long time until, you know, now where I'm trying anything other than liquid lipstick. It's just, this is so beautiful. And I know it's clear, but look at the gloss. This is exactly how it looks on your lip. This is the exact same way it reflects on your lips. It just looks like water. And this is rose scented. So I don't even like anything rose scented, but this is beautiful. And this is so thick. And I thought the first thing was going to be, I'm going to start to taste this immediately on my lips and my teeth. No, not at all. Not at all. This is my favorite lip gloss that's, well, you know, clear lip gloss, but lip oil at the same time. Like, it's just perfect. Everything about this is just, if you can get your hands on this through her on Instagram, I believe it would be the easiest way to contact her. This is hands down the best lip product for, especially if you like to get your lips done. Oh my god, you're gonna love this. I love this. 10/10 recommend. These actually have color. So this one right here, I'm not sure if you can see because I have a black background, but this right here is a berry color, and I don't think it has the name on here, but okay, it does. It has the color at the bottom. This one is the plum shade. This one right here is their chocolate shade. So the word lip oil, if you want a definition, this is exactly their definition of a lip oil. I will say these are the thinnest formula I have ever tried. And as thin as this formula is, I would expect it to be all over my teeth and inside my mouth. Not at all. Not at all. I don't feel these at all go inside my mouth. And the colors, oh my god, they're the most beautiful colors ever. These are just perfection. These are straight perfection. And they are very pricey, which is the only thing why, and the only reason why I don't buy all of them. Otherwise, I would be buying every single one of them from their collection, because they have reds and pinks, and I think they have like another one that's the same color as this one, but this and this absolutely nothing to do with each other. But these two right here, oh, I love these. I love these. These are so thin. They smell absolutely good. As much as you layer these, they will not go all over your mouth. They will stay put. The true definition of a lip oil is so nourishing and hydrating. Like, look at that color. It's so beautiful. And these two right here, I always use them with a brown lip liner. They don't look bad. They don't look like muddy. They are just so beautiful. And they are thinner. So if you layer these multiple times, they start to get a little bit glossier. But overall, if you would tell me to pick a lip oil, this is the best one. I keep this one in my bag. You know, the colors are just beautiful. And I can't even tell you how bad I want the other ones, because these are, I believe, like up to $30 each one. But look at that. And they are very reflective and they smell like berry. Just look at the applicator. It's just, I love applicators like this. They are so soft and they hug the entire lip. They're not scratchy or like rough on your lips at all. I prefer these kind of applicators. I know that not a lot of lip products have that, but it makes a difference. If you ask me, believe me, it makes a difference, and I really love that. It just makes this definitely worth it. I saved this for last. I know I said the other one was the last, but This right here, oh my god, I don't even consider this honestly a wearable product. Like, this is from Colourpop, and I have tried a lot of their other shades as well in this particular lip oil line that they had. A complete 100% disappointment. This is their Skinny Dip shade, and the shade is supposed to be kind of like a nude color. Just look at this mess. And this is not even the start of the problem for this actual product. You can't tell, but the applicator fell down there, and one day I just woke up and just look at this. It's like a cream. It's like a sticky cream, and you don't, if I could tell you, if I could just whiff this so you could smell it, this smells absolutely disgusting. It's supposed to be, I guess, like a coconut smell, because I guess that's part of like the line of this. They all smell terrible. The ones I had, they smelled just as bad. They didn't break off like this, but the colors, the smell, the formula, they were so bad. Like, this just smells like straight up Play-Doh. Just nothing for your lips. And I like the color, I don't think it's picking it up as how it actually is, but it's more like peachy, kind of nude brown with like a hint of pink. And on the lips, this just looks bad. This looked like you had applied some concealer underneath and rubbed some lip gloss on top. That's what this looks like. Look at this. I don't, there's nothing about this product that I could tell you I like. Nothing. Usually I'm like, you know, passive, and I still try to like something about the product. At the end of the day, you know, I spent my money on this, but I'm definitely not keeping this. No way I'm keeping this. This is so gross. The smell is absolutely the worst. And this is one of those products I can taste in my mouth. This is just as bad as the Ulta Beauty lip oil. I know a lot of people like that product. I know a lot of people actually, you know, hype it up and all that stuff, but this and that Ulta Beauty lip oil are the worst things I have ever tried. And yes, these right here, I don't like these either, but let me tell you, compared to this right here and compared to that Ulta lip oil, this is nowhere near that. I would rather use this 10 times a day versus ever using this or the one from Ulta Beauty. These right here, immediately I taste them, I smell them, and the smell lingers so bad. The Ulta Beauty ones, they do smell good, but their formula is absolutely gross. And when I tried this one, and as well with the Ulta Beauty one, my lips were chapped the next day. They were dry, they were flaky. I had patches, they were peeling the next day. These are the worst products I have ever tried. This one and that one, like, nothing tops how bad those are. And I wish I could show you the other ones, but you know, it comes in the same tube. It's almost the same applicator. It's they might have had changed it. I can't really remember. I tossed that one a long time ago, and they smell good. They look exactly like this, but let me tell you, those are just the worst thing ever. And they dried my lips so bad, and this one did too. But look at this. This right here, ugh, the worst thing I have ever tried, ever. This smells like just disgusting. The formula wise, it's very like thin, creamy, like it's just so weird to describe, but it's kind of tacky. I wouldn't say it's like sticky, but you see that? You see that? That's what I'm talking about. This is like creamy, tacky, and it stays like that. This doesn't change. The smell lingers on. This formula, it's just it goes everywhere. Absolutely a zero, the worst product. But yes, that was my collection of all my lip oils. This is just one of the many that is going in the trash or getting rid of. I will be doing a second part for lip glosses and a third part for lip plumpers, of course, if you're interested. But thank you so much for watching. Until next time.